Multitasking is a logical fallacy. Let that resonate for a minute and then say to yourself, no, Luke, you're crazy. Multitasking is a trait of champions. Well, what if I told you multitasking was a trait of idiots? I'd like you to stop and consider for a moment what multitasking means, and if you even know where multitasking came from. Multitasking as a phrase was originally developed back in the days of the early computers and the Tandys and the IBMs, where the central processing unit was delved out into 2 or 3 different tasks at the same time. Stop and think about what that means. This was not a term originally used for human beings. Multitasking was for computers, but if you stop and think at its core what that means, if you have a processor and you're dividing it into 3 parts, it's going to do 1/3 of the strength of the job on 3 equal pieces. The same thing is true for human beings. When we multitask, we take singular brain power, we only have 1 brain, and we task it with 3 different projects. And in doing so, you experience something called dilution. You dilute your ability to be effective at that task. Now, you may still be pushing back on me here, so I'd like you to consider 2 realities. 10 tasks over here on this side. 10 tasks over here on this side. On this side, we're gonna multitask. On this side, we're gonna do 1 thing at a time. On this side, we do the first task. We prioritize the single most important task and we do it first. Then we mark it off as complete. We get a feeling of completion, we get positive momentum, we move into task number 2. Task number 2 is not quite as difficult as task number 1. We're a little more tired because we've put all our energy and effort into task number 1, so now we're a little bit relieved. It's not quite as difficult of a task, so we knock that one off the list too. And then we move to task number 3. Less difficult, less complex. Thankfully, we have a little less energy, so now we can check number 3 off the list and so on and so forth until we move through the list. Now let's look at the other side. 10 tasks. Well, let's do a little bit of 1, and then move to a little bit of 2, and then to a little bit of 3, and so on and so forth until eventually, after an hour, we return to task number 1. Still not complete, still nagging us and needing to be done. No full progress made, just a bunch of little messes around the house like a kid with ADD. Well, then we loop back through to number 1, through to 10, and so on and so forth until we actually never complete any of the tasks. And if we do, we certainly don't complete all of them. And as we do, we experience significant negativity and fear and anxiety because it just seems like it's never ever getting done. Guys, multitasking is something that they tell you to do on the 5 a.m. wake-up calls and all the success books, and there is merit to wanting to accomplish more than 1 thing in a period of time. But as it pertains to doing the task, put all your focus into the single most important project that you must get done today. The one that if it doesn't get done, everything else will shatter around it. And you do that thing, and you mark it off your list, you call it complete, then you gain momentum to move into the next, and so on and so forth. I'll leave you with tangible proof. A study was done where they took college students and they asked who were the self-professed multitaskers. Then they asked who were the people that felt they needed to focus on something to get it done. They divided the room into 2 people and they gave them a list of tasks, very same list of tasks to both parties. And they cleverly worded it to them. They said, get these things done over the course of the week as much as you can, and at the end of the week, we'll just see who's got what done. The individuals who focused on 1 thing at a time, the entire group of them completed every task on the list. They did so with good efficacy, and they did it by approximately Wednesday or Thursday. The group of multitaskers, very few completed the list, and the majority of them came with the list not even being complete by the end of the week. Guys, the evidence is irrefutable. 100% of the people who focused on a task got all the tasks done. 100% of the multitaskers didn't complete the list. Ladies and gentlemen, multitasking is a logical fallacy and likely one of the things that's keeping you from getting where you want to go. I hope this video was helpful to you. When I learned this information, it was very helpful to me. My name's Luke. This is Paid to Persuade. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you like the content, give us a follow. And if you disagree, that's what the comments are for. Happy selling.